Waycross City Special Called Meeting is now called to order. At this time, we look to our city manager to call for our invocation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The invocation and pledge of allegiance will be led by District 1 Commissioner Roberts.
Dear Lord, thank you for waking us up this morning. Thank you for all the blessings that you have placed upon us. Dear Lord, thank you for the most important blessing, that you woke us up and gave us another day to get close to you, Lord. Dear Lord, if you don't mind, look out for the kids. Dear Lord, help them to achieve all the dreams that they are trying to achieve, Lord. And dear Lord, bless the parents, Lord, to lead and guide the kids so they can become a little better than they have, Lord. Dear Lord, just bless us and bless this meeting. Bless everyone that came out today. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We thank our city manager for calling for our District 1 Commissioner who led us in our invocation and our Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you so very much. At this time, we look to our city's clerk to read into our hearing our decorum.
Section 2-66, the mayor, commissioners, staff, and persons in attendance shall conduct themselves in a professional and respectful manner, except when expressly authorized by the mayor. All remarks, comments, and questions shall be directed to the mayor and not to individual commissioner, staff, or persons in attendance. A commissioner, staff, or person in attendance shall not speak at a meeting until the commissioner, staff, or person in attendance has been recognized by the mayor and granted permission to speak or ask a question. All comments, remarks, or questions made by the commissioners, staff, or persons in attendance shall address the item or motion that is being discussed or be pertinent to the resolution, ordinance, or agenda item before the commission. No one shall make or use inappropriate, insulting, vulgar, obscene, and/or profane language or make any offensive remark or comments while speaking, nor shall anyone accuse any other person of being immoral, violating any law, rule, or regulation, or committing any ethical violation. Further, no one shall use this opportunity for public comment to speak about any activity undertaken for political reasons or ends, such as campaigning for votes before an election, campaigning for another person, making speeches, attempting to raise funds, etc., or otherwise promoting oneself or one's private position. Section 2-67B, persons who wish to address the City Commission at work shall have the right to address or speak to the City Commissioners on official actions or other topics relating to the business or interests of the city. The Commission will not hear from persons or persons will not be permitted to speak on matters or issues which are not related to official city business matters or issues not under the jurisdiction or control of the Commission. Matters or issues published on an agenda as a public hearing agenda item or on matters or issues which are traditionally reserved for executive session, such as personal matters and matters which are the subject of or pertain to pending or current litigation. Because time is a limited resource and in an effort to hear from the public in the most efficient and effective manner possible, a total of 4 persons would be permitted to speak at each work session with a maximum of 3 minutes allotted to each speaker. Speakers shall sign up on a first-come, first-served basis. Failure to follow the procedures outlined herein may result in an individual not being eligible to address the commission until he or she agrees to the mayor's satisfaction to abide by the rules stated herein. The speaker must begin the remarks by stating his or her name, address, and organization represented. The speaker must initially address all remarks to the mayor and not to individuals. The speaker shall follow the rules of decorum as set out in Section 2-66 and must avoid repetition and argument. Any commissioner, the city manager, or the city attorney may, after receiving a permission from the mayor, ask questions of the speaker. The asking of questions by commissioner, the mayor, city manager, or city attorney shall automatically suspend the 3 minutes time limit. Persons who have not satisfied the sign-up requirements will not be allowed to speak unless there is a consensus of commissioners to allow the person to speak. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, we ask that the commission look at the agenda. And as you do so, we welcome a motion for approval to this agenda.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion for approval by our Commissioner Nelson, seconded by our Commissioner Bennett. Looking at the agenda, any additions or deletions? Hearing none, we'll move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimously, we have approved the motion for the agenda to go forward. At this time, Madam Clerk, do we have any public remarks on official action?
No, sir, we do not.
And now we have executive duties, and we look to our city's manager regarding discussion of employee benefits.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, Commission, you received some correspondence on the increased premium for the city's insurance plan. As you know, we attended the last GMA session in Savannah. We kind of knew this was coming. It's been coming for some time now. So the increase it is here now. We have to make a change or an adjustment to our buy-in as far as what the city puts in and what the workforce puts in. It's not on the screen right now because it was too small, the information, but you do have a copy in front of you. And once if we get a concession tonight, then I'll post an update on how that plan works. Basically, Mr. Mayor, it came down to the premium went up, required a 10% increase, which you have in front of you. With that 10% increase, we gave you basically 5 options as far as absorbing that 10% increase. And the first one will be the city. Of course, the city paying all 10% in workforce plan none. Then we gave you one with an 8.2, and then we gave you one with a 7.3. With the city paying 8, and the city paying 7. Workforce plan 2, workforce plan 3, and then there's an option of a 6.4, and then the final option of a 5.5. After reviewing the budget with the finance director and the HR director, I sat down with some of our staff, volunteer selection, which spoke to 2 members from each of our staff and kind of got their feedback on these revisions or this increase. All were aware of it, all understood whatever decision was made by the commission. They just made some concerns being, if you look at it here, of course, the family plan, the base plan or the mid plan is going to be the highest, regardless of how this goes. And you can see the number of people that we have on the family plan. So, which is 10 for the mid and 11 for the base. So with all that, we sat down and kind of came to the best course of action from the city, Mr. Mayor. And right now, I'm requesting that the city cover 7% and employees cover 3%. And what that's going to do is going to raise our monthly payment. Currently, it's $150,000 monthly. That's going to raise it basically about $10,000 monthly. And the last thing with this, and the good thing about this, although the premiums were increased, they did not lose anything in their benefits. We know it's a new trend now that when they increase, you lose benefits, but our broker was able to maintain that the current benefits, and we're thankful for that. And I got some good feedback again from the workforce on the potential increases. They fully understood. I explained to them why we can only do 7.3 this year, because next year when it goes up, might be a totally different situation. So that's something we got to really talk about at the end of this budget cycle, because it is going up next year as well, maybe more than 10%, and we definitely cannot absorb another 10%. So we'll have to figure things out at that point in time. And I am seeking guidance, and tonight, Mr. Mayor, we just need pretty much a decision on what direction I would like to take. And then I will brief the broker, and the broker should be here at the next meeting, I think on the 1st, and then go into more details if you have any questions at that point in time. But the plan, they got to start opting in here, I want to say next week, so we don't have a lot of time to kind of go back and forth with it. Did you have
Mr. Mayor, just point of clarification.
Yes.
You may want to just cover briefly that the broker had to get the agreement to 10%, that it started out much higher than it was more than a 10% raise.
Yes, so the broker did do a great job of bringing it down, and but this is this is the beginning. So, like I said, next year definitely it'll be more than 10% next year. We did look at comparable costs across the board and other providers. So this was the best deal we can say as far as 10%, but make no doubt in the next year and the years coming, it's gonna only keep going up, and we will have to kind of figure out some things. But we do want to thank our broker for getting us the best deal possible. And I'm going to stop Mr. Mayor and see if the finance director want to make any comments on this. Or you good? Okay, yeah. So again, we sat down. This is kind of the best deal we came up with the 7 and 3 cost sharing. And like I said, the workforce, the group I talked to, and I had the directors talk to, their staffs as well. Kind of they understood. They know what's going on in the world. They're watching. I mean, everybody's watching the news right now with these costs skyrocketing. So they're fully aware of, what's going on, and they were thankful for even the commission considering going, a 7-3 split.
So with that, I want to look to the commission, one, first to get a consent, and then if they have any questions during this consent portion, to let that question be made known to you so that may be addressed possibly Monday when the broker comes. Okay, if not now. Okay? With that, I'll start with District 1.
Yes, sir.
District 2,
Yes, sir.
District 3,
Yes.
and District 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions, commissioners? District 1?
Yes, sir. You did say you checked with other brokers.
So the way it works on commission, our broker kind of reaches out and look at all the plans available. So he did. The broker looked out for multiple plans, so it was the best deal available at this time.
All right, thank you, Ms. Mayor.
District 2,
No, sir.
District 3,
No.
and District 5.
No, sir.
Okay. With that, you have all consenting.
All right, thank you,
Let's
Mr.
move
Mayor.
forward.
With that, Mr. Mayor, we move into the city manager report. I will be very brief tonight as this is a call meeting. No change in the vision and mission. No change in the priorities. No change in the priorities further explained. And as we stated previous meetings, we break the priorities down even further. Mr. Mayor, something that's going to happen in the January, starting in January, each of these priorities further explained will have a separate definition page. I won't brief it, but it will accumulate the summary over the few meetings that we have. That way, anybody who missed the meeting can go back and look at that summary for each of these priorities. On how citizens, overpasses and bridges, streets and roads, morale, data-driven analytics, effective communications, retirement funds, stormwater, and budgeting was the last one we added, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, the city plan remains the same. We are in years 2 to 4. Everything is going well. We are on target. Actually, we are a little ahead of schedule on a few things here. Again, I want to do a special thanks to our bids department. That's Director Simmons with our automation system. He's going to get that done ahead of schedule. Also to our finance department. We know we got a little bit behind on the audit this year for various reasons, but they did catch up. I expect good things from that audit. Of course, this is explaining the midterm. Infrastructure update. Mr. Mayor, this is a week old, and I updated this week based on the schedule with the workforce. But the correct schedule was emailed to you this morning and did go out on Facebook. Mr. Mayor, just for you understand, I did meet with GDOT last week over several projects, and I'll brief these. We'll provide a summary here. So we did talk about the hybrid beacons, and basically on Corridor Z all the way down to Memorial. And so they are in the design phase. So what he's trying to do now is get them budgeted separately on their own so we can get them faster. But the estimate right now is it will be sometime late next year, probably 2026 that we'll get them out there. I still think that's a win because it was going to take longer at first. I did express to the engineer that with the construction of the overpass, we're going to have some issues on Corridor Z. He's aware of that. So he's going to take it back to his team and see if they can do anything further beyond those hybrid beacons. We also discussed the raised mediums, also on Corridor Z and Memorial. That's scheduled more for 2027 as far as installation. This program, and they're doing the concept phase right now, which is still good news because if it goes into concept and they go into planning, it will get funded. So that's good news for all of us. We did talk about US 1 down to plant, and that's them total restructure of US 1. As you remember, we did agree upon them making modifications to US 1 so it would mirror Albany Avenue. In doing so, they would do complete pavement over as well as utilities. That's going to save us hundreds of millions of dollars. So we look forward to that. But unfortunately, that's about at least 2 years away from being started. He's going to go back and look and see if there's any way to get it to be a standalone, a standalone project. But if not, we're at least 2 years away, possibly 3 to 4. But at least it is, it's coming to concept because it's in the planning office. Initially, it was just in the concept phase, so we're excited about that when I get done. And for those citizens, I did, as we rode around from site to site, he did explain to a few citizens as well as my public works directors. I know we had questions about that would slow down that particular movement of cars. But if you think about Albany Avenue, when somebody's trying to turn in front of you, they have to get in the center lane to turn. You can keep on going past. Right now on Ozzie Davis, they can turn. They will stop in front of you. Now you can jump over sometimes, depending if a lot of cars coming. But the data says it will make the transition a little bit faster. I'm not sure that's a good thing because you know how we like to drive here. But I don't think there'll be issue with our citizens as far as speed from point A to point B on US 1. We did talk about the lights on Brunswick Highway and Knight Avenue and City Boulevard. So through discovery and learning, we did not know that the CX required a new permit to update that light. So that's what's been kind of in the, I guess nobody checked for a long time. So right now we're trying to get that permit put in, and then that light can be placed there. So concept, design, approved, all that stuff. Just we didn't have the permit to place that light there. So as soon as that happens, we'll be going out to put that new light up. This configuration will be the same as down the street in front of the stadium, with how the left turn works there. It should improve the area there, hopefully. And on that same token, we discussed, and I discussed it with the CSX as well, about getting an additional light there that says train on track. So they're going to talk about that next week. So train on track means as you come down Brunswick, as you come down Knight to City Boulevard, it should be another sign there on the light signal that says train on track. You will then know not to go down City Boulevard to try to cross over. That means you'll push your way through all the way down to the Plant Avenue crossings. We're also looking at putting those lights on Albany Avenue, Albany and Augusta Drive, and I think it's Carswell and Augusta. So just in discussions right now, but if both of them approve it, that can happen as well. So I've told them if we had a choice on getting anything done, we probably had to happen faster than anything else. Other cities already have that technology, so it shouldn't be that much to duplicate. So he's gonna get with his team back there, get with Atlanta, and then give us some feedback at a later date. And final discussion, Mr. Mayor, was the light on Plant and Ava, the left turn light on Plant and Ava. We know that's been a discussion with many of our citizens. He's going to provide me with a study. I guess it was tried to be done some years ago, and there's a reason why it has not been done. But he's still going to look at it, and then once he finds that old study, we'll kind of go from there. And then, of course, everybody knows about the overpass with the 2026 start date. Any questions on that, Mr. Mayor?
I have none at this time, but I will open the floor to the commission just in case they have questions. District 1?
No, sir.
District 2?
No, sir.
District 3?
No.
And District 5?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Road paves remain on schedule, Mr. Mayor, as well as the street projects are ongoing. Of course, these are the zones for the remainder of the week. And Mr. Mayor, that concludes the city manager's update.
Very good. Thank you. That takes us to the mayor's report. And one of the things that I have for you, we actually coming up on the next week, we will have our Christmas parade. And I believe on the, what is that, December the 6th? That's December 6th, that's next weekend. So prepare yourselves for that, and those who are participating, please feel free to get those floats and things prepared for that time frame. And with that being said, I now look to our city's clerk for our consent calendar.
Mr. Mayor, approval of minutes. Waycross City Commission Planning and Information Session, Monday, October the 6th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Waycross City Commission meeting Tuesday, October the 7th, 2025 at 5 p.m. There are no ordinance second readings. There are multiple business licenses. Renewals. Walgreens, store number 09277, M Smart Senior, 1740 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia. Packet sales only. Beer and wine. American Legion, John Sutton Post, 517 L. Lockheed, 710 Dorothy Street. Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer, wine, and liquor. Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, El Escalera, 2020 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer, wine, and liquor. Stop and Save V. Patel, 1333 South Georgia Parkway, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Food Lion, store number 2844 M. Hoyle, 1312 Plant Avenue, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Cracker Barrel, store number 744 F. Meshick, 2501 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer and wine. Wally's Top Shelf, D. Wiley Jr., 409 Alice Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer, wine, and liquor. Solar Food, 26 N. Patel, 2198 Brunel Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Hampton Inn, K. Thomas, 1720 Brunswick Highway, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. US4 LLC, doing business as the Stevens Venue and Lounge. A. Nelson, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer, wine, and liquor. Circle K, store number 5000 J. Bennett, 505 Reynolds Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Circle K, store number 5085 J. Bennett, 1401 Tebow Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Circle K, store number 5051 J. Bennett, 2307 Plant Avenue, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Circle K, store number 5133 J. Bennett, 1736 South Georgia Parkway, Waycross, Georgia, 31503. Package sales only, beer and wine. Circle K, store number 5068 J. Bennett, 1712 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Wawa, store number 6305 P. Valentino, 1725 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Wawa, store number 6300 P. Valentino, 1810 South Georgia Parkway, Waycross, Georgia, 31503. Package sales only, beer and wine. Walmart, store number 4527 C. Stacy, 1630 Plant Avenue, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Walmart, store number 556 M. Ellison, 2425 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31503. Package sales only, beer and wine. Los Compadres Mexican Tequila, J. Gonzalez, 602 Pendleton Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer and wine. El Santo Coyote, C. Toll, 1506 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer, wine, and liquor. Stop and Save, store number 23 V. Patel, 500 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. King Claw, 1803 Knight Avenue, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer, wine, and liquor. Ruby Tuesdays, T. Axon, 2263 Memorial Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer, wine, and liquor. CBS, J. Hopkins, 1800 Brunswick Highway, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Grab and Go Liquor. in Addison, 901 Albany Avenue, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer, wine, and liquor. Food Mart, A. Patel, 935 Tebow Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Shell City, R. Patel, 507 South City Boulevard, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Waycross Food and Beverage, 1302 Brunel Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Cheers Package Store, S. Psy, 508 S. South City Boulevard, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer, wine, and liquor. The Breakfast Spot, A. Wilson, 1007 Albany Avenue, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer and liquor. La Halise, A. Valdez, 508 Alice Street, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Consumption on premises, beer. Ed's Package Store, 1930 Brunswick Highway, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer, wine, and liquor. Booze Outlet, 608 South Georgia Parkway, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer, wine, and liquor. Quick Mart, 800 Ossie Davis Parkway, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. Package sales only, beer and wine. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
You need a commendation for reading all of that. Thank you very much. With that, we have heard the consent calendar. What is your pleasure? Is there a motion?
Yes, sir. We make a motion.
Okay. Thank you. Is there a second? We have a motion. Do we have a second? I know you can't give a second because you have something on there.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. And consent calendar passes. At this time, we look back to our city clerk.
Who's doing the business? Who's doing the bids? Great. Okay.
You have bids.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, I've got two items to present to you tonight. The first is concerned surplus property. We have a printer that's over 10 years old that no longer works. It's Xerox Phaser 6022 desktop printer. We are asking the Commissioners to declare this printer surplus so that we can dispose of it.
Okay.
Proceed.
Okay.
The
Commissioner, this is the surplus, or you have something else?
I'm sorry, what?
You're saying you're going to surplus the printer?
Yes.
Okay. Was there another item?
I have another item involves street paving.
Okay, so we're going to do them one at a time?
Correct.
Okay. So with that being said, we just need a motion to surplus this property for item number 1 under the bid. Do we have a motion?
Move for approval.
We have a motion from our Commissioner Nelson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from our Commissioner Bennett. Any questions or concerns regarding this bid? District 1? District 2?
No, sir.
District 3?
No.
And District 5?
No, sir.
Hearing none, we'll move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Bid approved. Go forward.
Okay. The next item involves street paving. We're continually paving our streets with improvements for the city, and we're now ready to anticipate phase 2 of this project. We've received 2 bids. The one was from the Scruggs Company from here in Waycross, and the other one was Thrift Brothers LLC from here in Waycross. After reviewing all bids submitted, the lowest and best bid was submitted by the Thrift Brothers LLC of Waycross at a cost of $1,721,562.20. And I'll read that again. $1,721,562.20. We are asking the Commissioners to award the paving improvement Phase 2 project to Thrift Brothers LLC.
Okay. We have a presentation regarding the paving improvement for Phase 2 for the Thrift Brothers for $1,721,562.20. Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
We have a motion from our Commissioner Nelson. Is there a second? We have a second. All in favor, raise your right hand. We have 3 consenting or agreeing. That's District 1, District 2, and District 5. It is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. Next, Mr. Mayor, we have one ordinance and 3 resolutions.
Okay.
The ordinance, an ordinance to abandon and close a portion of unopened alley in Block 5 running from Church Street toward Plant Avenue to authorize quitclaim deeds with the city retaining easement, to establish as effective date to repeal conflicting ordinances and for other purposes. By adopting this ordinance, the City Commission will approve the closing of the alley in Block 5 running easterly from Church Street to Plant Avenue, as this alley no longer serves any public purpose. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, you have heard the ordinance read by our city's clerk. What is your pleasure?
Move for approval.
We have a motion for approval by our Commissioner Bennett. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second by our Commissioner Nelson. Any discussion on this ordinance? District 1, District 2,
No, sir.
District 3,
No.
and District 5.
Yes, sir.
Hearing none, we move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimously received from 1, 2, 3, and 5. Madam Clerk.
A resolution of the City of Waycross, Georgia to declare one Xerox desktop printer to be surplus property to be properly disposed of as having no usable value and for other purposes. By adopting this resolution, the City Commission will approve the disposal of the Xerox Phaser 6022 desktop printer as having no usable value. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, you've heard the resolution read by our city's clerk. What is your pleasure?
Move for approval.
We have a motion for approval by our Commissioner Nelson, second by our Commissioner Bennett. Any discussion regarding this resolution? District 1,
No, sir.
District 2,
No, sir.
District 3,
No.
and District 5.
No, sir.
Hearing none, we'll move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. We have all 4 consenting. Motion is approved. All right, Madam Clerk.
A resolution of the City of Waycross, Georgia to approve the holiday calendar for calendar year 2026 and for other purposes. By adopting this resolution, the City Commission will approve the 2026 holiday calendar for employees of the City of Waycross as set forth in the resolution. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, you've heard the resolution read by our city's clerk regarding the holiday calendar. What is your pleasure?
Move for approval.
We have a
Second.
motion for approval by our Commissioner Nelson, seconded by our Commissioner Bennett. Any discussion regarding this resolution? District 1,
No, sir.
District 2,
No, sir.
District 3,
No.
and District 5.
No, sir.
Hearing none, we move into voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. Approved. Madam Clerk.
A resolution of the City of Waycross, Georgia to award the contract for FY 2024 paving improvement Phase 2 construction project to Thrift Brothers LLC of Waycross, Georgia, and for other purposes. By adopting this resolution, the City Commission will approve the award of $1,721,562.20 to the award to the bid contract to Thrift Brothers LLC of Waycross, Georgia, having the best, the lowest, and the bid as set forth in the resolution. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, you've heard the resolution read by our city's clerk regarding the improvement Phase 2 for construction to the Thrift Brothers. What is your pleasure?
Move for approval.
We have a motion for approval by our Commissioner Nelson. Is there a second?
Yes, sir. I second.
We have a second by our Commissioner Roberts. Any discussion on this resolution? District 1,
No, sir.
District 2,
No, sir.
District 3.
Yes, Mayor. I have a question.
Commissioner Felder.
Thank you. And my question is directed to our Director of Finance, Mr. Gregg.
you mentioned that Scruggs Company was the other bidder. How much was their bid in comparison to Thrift Brothers?
I don't have the other parties. All I have is the lowest bid.
How much lower was Thrift Brothers?
I don't
in
have
comparison?
that information with me.
Could you find out for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. And also, a follow-up question. What made it the best bid, other than it being low with Thrift Brothers? 'Cause-
I don't have that information with me.
okay,
I can find out.
that would be helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm filling in for Ms. May.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And District 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Having heard all, we're moving to voting. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? At this time, Districts 1, 2, and 5 approve the resolution, and it passes. Is there an executive session?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, hearing none, we're moving to our last call. Last call, we'll start with District 1.
Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. District 2,
Everyone have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Back to you, Mayor.
thank you. District 3,
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Mayor. Enjoy your evening. Have a blessed and safe Thanksgiving.
and thank you. District 5.
Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy safe Thanksgiving.
In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ concerning you. We are thankful for the opportunity to have served throughout the remainder of this time up to this point, and we do want to say thank you to each of you who have been in the community doing the work that must be done in order to make things happen for our, not only our students, but also for those who are our community leaders. So with that being said, I do want to thank you who have come into the meeting tonight, to our staff, to the workers, and with that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.